I'm like, this is new to me. And moved with me. Girl, you in survival mode, you can't really focus on being a good mother who you have children with. But I will say this.
When y'all having a baby? When y'all having a baby? When y'all having a baby?
And they be in everything, and they be all around the house and pulling cabinets and pulling things and doing everything and messing up what you just cleaned up, and then don't stop. I was wrong. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up, girl? I am Tierra J. If you're returning, we already locked in. You already know what's up. Welcome back, baby. Let's go ahead and jump into today's video. As you can see, the title. If it's up here, if it's down here, if it's to the side, y'all know what it is. 3 things I wish I knew before having all them kids. Listen, I ain't lying. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it very raw, very real in this video. I'm just gonna be doing more of these girl chats. I know we kind of brought back like the tipsy talk, but it's gonna be more of a girl chat vibe this way. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure to subscribe, stick around. All things beauty, lifestyle, motherhood, womanhood over here on this channel. So a little backstory about me. If you don't know me, don't know my journey, don't know my life, don't know my story, honey. I was a young mom, 20 years old when I first got pregnant, damn near a teenager, okay? Thought I was so grown, thought I knew everything, thought I had it all figured out. How long ago was that? Girl, I'm 31 now. That is so crazy. My oldest is about to be 10 in like a few weeks, and so I've been a little bit around the block since then. I've had 2 more, so I have an almost 10-year-old. How old is the second one? 8. And then my baby girl, she's 5, and so I feel like I got a little sprinkle of seasoning up on this here motherhood. It's been a journey, okay, and it's still a journey. It always will be. Life done taught me a lot, okay. At only 31 with 3 children. And I just want to share some of this wisdom to, you know, my girls out there. You may be younger, you may be like me. Like I said, this video is kind of like to my younger self, because I was that young woman who just wanted kids. I wanted a family, I wanted all the things, but I just really wasn't prepared and really didn't understand what that came with and how that really looked. Like, this is that big sis advice that I wish somebody would have given to me. And not saying that I regret anything. I absolutely don't. I did what I wanted to do, honey, and I'm doing it, okay? But I think that's the gift of life. You go through things and you're able to just share wisdom to other people, and just, you know, we can all learn from each other. But especially for my young women out there, my young girls coming up, I really hope this video can get to you auntie vibes, like, okay, like just big sis vibes. Receive it, girl, receive it. So number 1, live your life first. Live it. Every bit, every sprinkle until you're just flat out tired. Live it, girl. Live it. Like I said, I was 20 years old when I started the whole family thing, having kids. I didn't get to live by myself. I didn't experience just like going off to college or any of that. I did go to college. I went to community college. I am a hairstylist. So, you know, I stayed local. I got my cosmetology license and I did all, you know what I'm saying? But it was all while I was having kids and having a family. And I was literally finishing my degree while I was on my 2nd kid. Like, I never forget, I had a newborn. That was my, you know, my first kid, and I was sitting on the computer. I was like, had to do some online classes to try to finish up, and it was really hard just having a baby, having to care for a baby, having to try to take care of yourself, and also just like trying to, you know, stick to your goals and accomplish your dreams. It's a lot. And so if you can do that with just you, do that, okay? Embrace that, take full advantage. And what I highly recommend, this is probably like across the board for like just life, whether you want to have children, whether you want to get married, anything, whether you want to date, live by yourself, okay? When you lock in on that first apartment, lock in on that first apartment with just you on that lease. I know times is crazy out here. Listen, roommates is very normal, but if you can, and you know, even like if you go to college, you have like a dorm room, but I'm telling you, if you can have that first apartment to yourself, had that first apartment to myself. When I got my first apartment, it actually was just me, but I was that young girl, just like I said, wanted to have a family, wanted to do all the things, and moved with me. Girl, what is you rushing for? What is you doing? You so young, take your time. And I was what, like 28, 27, 26. So I started going through my divorce when I was 26. And so from those years, 26 up into 29, 30, I got to, for the first time, got to experience living by myself. But this time it was different because, you know, I have kids now, so it's not even like the same as if you were just like for real living by yourself. But those moments where I did get to be in my own apartment, like my name is on the lease, I'm paying my own bills, I'm doing my own thing, I'm discovering myself for the first time. I was like, dang, I really wish I would have did this when I was younger. And like I said, I don't regret how I did things because I made my own choices. I own my choices. I stand in my choices. They've made me the woman I am today. They've taught me so much and I don't regret it. But like I said, if I could just give that to somebody else, baby, it's very sweet. It's very peaceful. It's very fun. You know, you just get to like be your main character, live your own life, make your own choices and just live on your terms. Nobody else's terms but yours. Like, have fun. And what I think is so fun about just like living for yourself, living on your own, is like you get to like write this story. It's like writing a book. I used to be an avid writer when I was little. Like I would literally write books, make stories. And these were honestly my dreams, like to live in Cali, to live in New York, just to be doing my thing as a young girl out here. And I made it exactly what I wanted it to be. You get to write your own story. You get to just like, it's like a movie. Like you starring in your own movie. You starring in your own show. Like you're the main character. Like that's really fun. And I even tell my niece, she is what, 14? She be having these dreams, you know what I'm saying? These young dreams. Like you think 25 is like the clock is ticking and you want to be married and all that. I'm like, I just tell her all the time, girl, live your life. Have fun. Go travel. Heavy on the travel because it's very different when you have kids and you traveling. If you just by yourself, listen, my first solo trip, just took it. I'm like, this is new to me. This is like, I could just zip and go. I ain't gotta stop it. I'm on my own term, on my own time. I can do what I want. Like solo travel, go explore the world. I think a lot of times our view is limited when we're younger because you have only seen this much of life. You know, especially if you grew up in one place or you like from a small town or, you know, you just haven't really seen much. It's like you do this, you do that, you do that. Like you follow the rules, you follow like this 1-2 step in life. But like life is so much bigger than that. And so I just really encourage like to travel and just like live that early, especially like them early 20s. Live that like by yourself, doing your thing. Not saying there's anything wrong with dating or like that's a part of learning and living for yourself too, is being out there dating and experiencing the world and different people. And through different people, through living life, that's how you get to like really know yourself. You see how you operate in different circumstances. You see what you like and what you don't like. The world is a big mirror, you know what I'm saying? So if you get out there and you live it, you will really learn more about yourself. And that's very, very important before having kids or even just being in a serious relationship. Like, know you, live for you, boo, okay? Number 2, be very careful, very selective about who you have children with. This might be like a duh to some people because, girl, I honestly think you can't get to number 2 without number 1. If you don't know yourself, if you don't know your boundaries, if you don't know what you like and don't like, you will literally just settle for anything. You won't really know what to look for. You won't really have that wisdom like of yourself to be able to decide well, you know? And I would just say I've been on both sides of the coin as far as parenting with somebody. And I thank God for my husband. I really do. Because this side of it is like, that's how it's supposed to be done. Although we didn't have kids together, not yet. It's like parenting with him is just like, it's beautiful because we like each other. We love each other. Like we have the same values. We have the same principles. We have the same beliefs. The partnership of parenting is so real because it's not just like you and the kids. Like it's like you and the partner that creates like this whole ecosystem of parenthood, you know? And when you at odds with somebody, y'all fighting, y'all don't agree on nothing, like that can make motherhood in itself just like really suck. And I'ma just be honest, like going through my like single parent journey, going through like co-parenting and stuff, and it just wasn't, still not like co-parenting, no agreements, no, just all the fighting, all the chaos, all the drama that I went through. It just made my experience as a mother negative. And I will be honest, because when you so stressed out in life, you don't have that support that you need, you don't have help, because being a parent is hard enough, but like you don't have that help, you don't have that support. Even if like things don't work out with who you have children with, like let's be real, life happens. But like at least I admire those co-parent relationships where at least there's communication. At least we can agree. At least we can get along. Like at least we can put on our best selves for the children. You know what I'm saying? That makes things a lot easier. At least you can get a break and not have to worry about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on over there. Like you can trust like this person to be a good parent. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't have that, it makes it 10 times harder. It's like you gotta just in survival mode, you know. And when you in survival mode, you can't really focus on being a good mother. And not to say you can't be a good mother, not at all, but it makes it less enjoyable, like for your experience as a mother. And maybe all the things that you envision, all the things you want to do, all the things you want to instill in your kids, it's just like it seems so like far away from where you at. Because right now I'm just trying to make it. Like right now I'm just trying to get through this drama. Right now I'm just trying to figure this shit out, okay? But like when you are in a healthy, you know, relationship, when you're in a healthy partnership where y'all are doing it together, it is just like, it's fun. It's easier, you know, like you in a good, better mental space. You have that help and support and balance. And I'm not saying anything about single parenthood. Listen, I was there myself, and there is a lot of single parents who are doing it, and you absolutely can. But what I'm saying is it definitely makes it 100 times easier when you have a partner, a parenting partner who you are doing with, and you're doing it well, and you in a happy, healthy space. Because again, parenthood, motherhood is hard enough on its own, okay? And let's be real, we all need the support, we all need the help. And doing it by yourself is just harder. But I will say this, doing it by yourself in peace is way easier than doing it with somebody that's just like, it's okay, like for real. And just like some real self-reflection, this is why I like, one, I take extreme accountability for my life, my choices, the way things went. Is because it was all up to me. And that's the power in like you being you. That's the power in you choosing a better life, the power in you doing what you want to do, chasing your dreams. But I can definitely take accountability and look back at that 20-year-old, really that 18-year-old girl, because that's when I was just like, oh, I just want to get married, I want to have babies and all that. I can look back and be accountable for like those choices I made, that they weren't in my best self, that they were rooted in like this void that I was trying to fill, rather than like a fulfilling life, rather than like just like knowing who I am and choosing well and just being a well person myself. Not even all like who you have kids with, but like yourself. Like you want to be a well-rounded whole person, and ain't nobody gonna be perfect. You ain't gonna never stop learning, you ain't gonna never be perfect, none of that. But like if you just like take that time and accountability to become a better person yourself, okay, that's very important when you raising up little people, you're raising up human beings. So I can definitely look back and see like that young girl I was, like those choices that I made, that of course they ended up like that because I didn't make the choices in my higher self. I made those choices in just like, I didn't even know who I was yet, okay? And you know, people like frown on women dating around. I don't like that. I don't even like that, because the first guy that you get with and that you get real, you know, deep feelings for, y'all get serious, that don't mean that you just take off running with that and, oh, yep, kids and everything. Like, I love that women are choosing, like, to explore. Like, that, like, again, that's how you explore yourself. But, like, settling down with someone, getting married, having kids, that's very serious. And there's nothing wrong with exploring and just seeing all it is to see, and, you know, being able to make wise choices through like experience. You know, like people have so much to say about our girl, what's her name, Steve Harvey daughter. They have so much to say about her. Oh, she getting bounced around. She ain't getting bounced around. She doing what she want to do. She's living her life on her terms, okay? And there's nothing wrong with just like casually dating. Like I think too, as like young women, And as women, period, like we love, okay? Like when the first person is like, especially this is kind of get deep in deep waters, but if you dealing with like daddy issues or just you wasn't really raised with like that example, it can really just be like this void that you want a man, you just want somebody, you want love, you're looking for this love that you really don't understand is in yourself, first of all, okay? But like that the first person that you really like and you really, you know, fall in and stuff, it's just like, that's it, that's one and done for me. I'm sticking it out, I'm doing whatever I gotta do, I'm having kids, but just think about that, like how precious your womb is. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, a man that's really serious about fatherhood, being a husband and all of that, oh, he gonna stand the pressure. He gonna stand the heat. He gonna take your seriousness because he gonna be serious himself. So don't just like feel like, oh, I have to because I love him. If you really do, that's when you will stand up and have those boundaries, and like you'll see. That's a great way to filter out who you do all of this with. Because the one, like Avery be reminding me of this, like we had stopped talking at a point, right? And we went like 7 months without talking, honestly. Like we just wasn't in a good place. Like we was, you know, we was dating, but it was just like I had to go do some stuff myself anyway. Like I had a lot of healing to do. And so we had stopped talking, and I like made this post on Instagram. He was still watching my Instagram or whatever. I said, only a real can tame me. I sure did. I was quoting Beyonce when she said, only a real man can tame me. And I was talking my ish. He knew what I was talking about. And guess what? He applied that pressure to come on, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not gonna scare somebody off. Like, you having boundaries and you being hard and like real serious about who you do life with and who you want to parent with, that ain't gonna run them off. And if it does, it's supposed to. But if you are like really serious about yourself, your journey, your life, like somebody just as serious as you is gonna be like, they gonna be just like that. Like, yeah, and whatever is next, yeah, and guess what? That real man didn't tame me, period. Okay. And like I said, again, like the difference of just like parenting, you know, with him has just been such a blessing. So very, very important. Be very careful. Very. Number 3, and this may seem like common sense, but common sense don't be so common, okay? Understand what motherhood is. And you may be like, I mean, motherhood is exactly what we see. I'm gonna say I ain't judging nobody because I ain't know. And I love seeing it more. Like I feel like more mothers in this culture, in this generation, are just like keeping it more real with people. Like we see like the mom podcast where it's like we really digging deep about like even just the little nuances of motherhood and like what that really means. Like it's a mess right here, right now. This a part I didn't understand was the constant mess, the constant cleaning. Okay, like when you have a little baby, and let's start there. We're gonna rewind. We're gonna come back to that. Motherhood is not just having a baby. And when I was young, it was just more so about that. Like I just want to have a baby. Baby fever is very real. Okay, I still be having baby fever until I like look around and I be like, okay, I remember. But like baby fever is a real thing. Like babies are cute, babies are adorable, babies are beautiful, babies bring so much love, and just it's such a boom boom bam fireworks. That's like the honeymoon phase of relationships, right? Like a baby is very cute, but being a mother, being a parent is not just a little cute baby. This baby grows, this baby becomes a person with its own feelings, personality. This baby is a life. Okay, that has a purpose. Like when you just, that full gravity, they're not gonna always be a baby. Like they grow up. And I think too, what people get confused about like motherhood and being a parent is like, this baby is not just yours. Like this baby has its own journey. This baby has its own life. And so being responsible to guide, protect, and nurture them and just, let that sink in. It's a big ask. it's a big deal. It's a big responsibility, because again, you have to be in your right mind. You have to be like have enough boundaries and principles and guidance yourself to be able to do that for somebody else. And that's not always easy, because we are grown humans. And again, nobody is ever gonna be perfect. Don't ever think there's like you just know it's gonna be the perfect time. There will always be some unknowns. That's what the journey is about, and it's a beautiful journey, okay? But when you just like take that into consideration, that you can take a better look at your life, like where you are right now, and look around and see like, do I have enough? Do I have enough capacity to like take on this really big responsibility? Motherhood in itself was my big like learning all of this stuff and just like growing to be who I am today. I learned a lot of that through motherhood, because it was such a big responsibility that I wasn't ready for. It was such a big like boom, like just shook up my life and made me dig deeper as a person to be better, so that I could be a better mother, and I could, guide and raise little human beings. So yes, it is a big responsibility, and I feel like that's like obvious, but like I really want you to like sit with that and let it really sink in, and what that means for your life, okay? For your life. And like, it's okay if you don't have that capacity. Like, if you know you ain't got no patience, and you just know you don't want to even learn that, you don't want to have to give more, you don't have to. And I think that's the beautiful thing again about like this generation and the culture that we're seeing, is that more women are just realizing that like, I don't have to. People like put all this pressure on you, even like when you first get married, which is like a beautiful next step, but people put this pressure like,
oh, when y'all having a baby, when y'all having a baby, when y'all having a baby.
People put that pressure on me and Avery, and it's like, we are taking our time because we understand what that really means. You know what I'm saying? And it's a big responsibility financially, spiritually, emotionally, in every single way. And I just love seeing more women and more people, period, just like really understand that and really decide like, I don't want to do that. I don't think I have the capacity for that. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's okay too. And honestly, there are so many ways to like help raise the younger generation. Like, some people really love children but may not have the capacity to have children, and that is okay. You can go volunteer, you can go be a summer camp teacher, you can be a teacher, you can foster, like you can do so many other things that involves like raising and guiding children that doesn't necessarily have to be motherhood. Motherhood can take on various forms, you know what I'm saying? But to actually directly be somebody's mama, like that's the biggest, it's the biggest of the big, okay? You're really doing your big one with that decision, okay? It's a beautiful decision, it's a beautiful journey, and with much is given, baby, much is required. Another thing I would highly recommend, like for somebody who really does want to be a mom, Babysitting Kids. With all the little nuances that I'm about to tell you, it ain't gonna make sense until you really like in there. Babysit some kids. Like, if you got some nieces or nephews, have them over for the week. Take them off the parents' hand for a week. Just babysit some kids, and you'll really begin to see like what that looks like on a day-to-day, because a lot of people don't talk about that either, or realize that either. Just like your day-to-day life is completely different. Even just like from having a baby to like having little kids. And listen, I got 3 of them. I've been learning along the way. When they're a baby and they're small and cute, of course they cry. Of course your routine is different. Middle of the night type of But like, you can light a candle on the table and it's gonna stay there. Like, you can put things in its place and they stay the way that you put them. But baby, once they reach toddlerhood and they be in everything and they be all around the house and pulling cabinets and pulling things and doing everything and messing up what you just cleaned up, and then don't stop. They just been potty trained, so ain't gonna be no more accidents, but the accidents still come. They may get sick and throw up on everything. Like, all the little nuances, right? Like I said, I'm sitting in I'm trying to stop saying like a mess, because it's just the kids' world. Like, they create, they do stuff, they have toys. Like, you kind of gotta let go gotta take some pause off of your aesthetics, okay? Because it's gonna be what it is. Kids have things, they have a life, they have stuff, you know, that they like to be creative with. And so I just had to, that was something that was really hard for me, honestly, like just accepting that it's going to be stuff everywhere, accepting that I'm gonna have to be constantly cleaning for seem like the rest of my life, okay? Like multiple times a day. It ain't just like morning, nighttime, shutdown, and that's it. But like, no, all throughout the day, all throughout the day, you cleaning up, you know, whether it's laundry or just, it's gonna be something to always do. And having multiples, oh, that's a whole nother conversation for another day. We'll have to talk about that. But just accepting like these realities of motherhood is just something really important. So start there, babysit, you know what I'm saying, so you can understand and see all the different things that go on in kidhood. And listen, if you can babysit all different ages, go help with a newborn, a baby, toddler, teenager, babysit all the ages if you can, so you can just at least get a little taste and like reality of what that looks like on a day-to-day basis. Like we look at the full picture of motherhood, but like we need to see these day-to-days, like and really understand and get a grasp of what that means, because they have to teach me. I was wrong. So yes, girl, those are just the top 3 things that I wish I knew before becoming a mother, before having all these kids, okay? And there are so many other things that we could sit and talk about when it comes to motherhood. So we definitely gonna be talking about them. Make sure y'all comment down below if you have any questions. So if you're a mother and you've been learning some things, I know you've been learning some things, girl. I know you have. Go ahead and comment down below those top 3 things you wish you would have knew before becoming a mother. We definitely gonna be doing more of these girl chants. Y'all make sure to follow me on Instagram. All my socials is the Tierra J on every platform. Y'all can see bits of motherhood, my life, all behind the scenes on an everyday basis. Peace and blessings to everybody watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.